Howdy, hello, and welcome back. Today is the 21st episode of The Preferred Few with the very extra special guest being the burlesque beauty of the South. Give it up for... Victoria Taylor!
Hi.
I cannot believe you are here. I'm so excited. If you only knew. But we're gonna get into that. We're gonna spill all the tea. But how are you?
I'm doing all right. I'm excited.
You're doing all right?
To finally get here.
You got your nerves out?
They'll get there.
But as mentioned, I have been so excited for this video, and I truly cannot wait to spill the tea and get to know all about Miss Taylor. Ooh. So you ready to twirl into these questions for the girls,
Sure.
the gays, and the days?
Yeah, let's see what we got.
You actually did not grow up, though, in Birmingham. You grew up about an hour and a half away from the Ham. What was it like in Miss Eva, Alabama?
So literally, my parents' front door, walk out, there's the neighbor's house and cow pastures.
Love that.
Good country living.
Were you born and raised there?
I was born in Huntsville.
Okay.
And all but 1 year of my life is Eva has been considered home. In fact, my parents are actually still there. You don't accidentally end up in Eva. If you accidentally end up in Eva, you're lost.
Yeah, I had to look it up, and I was like, and I was like, an hour and a half? I was like, oh, okay.
I was going to college, double major business management and accounting, and it was a free ride.
Okay.
And I walked away to move to Birmingham because I wanted, ultimately because I wanted to be a drag queen.
I love that.
I wanted to come down and like be gay and be this.
Did you end up going back to school? No.
No.
But I definitely see the business. You are a working woman. Were you a little gay boy roaming the streets of Eva, or were you kind of like...
So I'm a late bloomer.
Uh-huh.
Not like
I heard that about
latent.
You. Yeah.
But like, I didn't come out until after high school.
Okay.
But I went to like a country high school, like county, like in Somerville, Alabama. I just kind of kept it on the inside. You know, yeah, people called me and all that stuff, but I'm like, I'm not gay, but...
I'm not gay, Mom.
Right. And they were like, well, we'll still love you. But I came out after I was in college.
Did you have any queer influences or like queer relations during that college time that really helped like push the inspiration to like finally be like, yeah, this is...
I didn't really have a gay inspiration. Again, my parents were very open and very like, it's okay if you're gay, but they're actually the ones that introduced me to queer cinema, like The Birdcage and Torch Song Trilogy.
I love that.
And stuff like that. And like, they found humor in it and they enjoy it.
I'm assuming your parents you're still in contact with your parents because you still go and visit them. They are accepting of your... Oh, I love that. Especially from Miss Little Eva.
So my parent, like I've been doing drag for years. And there was a picture, I had won Miss Caritas, this is way back in the day. And there was a picture of me and I sent it to my parents. Or I sent it to my mom. And my mom was like, oh my gosh, so beautiful. And so my mom sent it to my stepdad because my stepdad was like, hey, I want it. And I was like, where's he going with this? So he took that picture and brought it up and showed him, was like, isn't she beautiful? And he's like, yeah, he's hot. Like, that's your brother. And they were like,
Face crack of the century.
Yes. So my family's always been relatively...
I love that. When did you first have like the exposure to drag? What made you kind of want to like start dabbling into that? Because I'm assuming it was at the college, the brief moment of college.
Yes and no. So I met some queens at the Quest, and actually they kind of shocked me and scared me up front. So I was like, because the very first time I ever did drag was the Womanless Beauty pageant in high school.
You read me as that type of girl.
But aside from that, my next time in drag was actually a Halloween, and I was a twisted version of...
You're a Halloween girl?
Me and my friend at the time, best friend at the time, she sewed, and we made me a big French court gown, and I was the twisted version of the Queen of Hearts from the Alice in Wonderland.
I love that though. From, working with you in the past, I feel like Halloween time, I see you really like pop out of your bubbles.
I
Yeah.
do like
Specifically, I'm going to insert a picture here, but when I was stalking you, I saw this like little clown look, and I was like,
I do
"Oh,
remember the clown
that's
look.
so good."
I did like
So I'm
that
assuming your first official start in drag was in Birmingham.
was in Birmingham.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Do you remember where?
It was actually a bar that no longer exists.
Oh.
It was called the Phoenix, and it had been named the Toolbox. And
I feel like I remember hearing stories of the Toolbox.
So if you go out on 5th, a lot of good times there.
Oh, I bet there were. Do you remember the song you did it to?
Texas, can't resist.
No
one knows them. I don't know that they ever made it big, but it was just some random song, and I think I'd heard it off some music in one of my retail jobs.
You very quickly made a name for yourself, though, in the Birmingham scene, and you soon snatched a very well-known drag family name.
Yes.
Yeah. When and where did you get the name Victoria Bo Rich Taylor?
So it's actually not Bo Rich, it's Bo Riche.
But
you'll hear people call it Bo Richie, and like there are a select few that like when I'm acting out on stage or anything, or like if I'm really showing out in a pageant, you'll hear them out of the crowd. They'll be like, Bo Riche! When I started drag, I was Victoria Bo Riche. And Bo Riche was French for beautiful rich. So I wanted to be one of those like, oh, baby, like one of those French girls. I just wanted to be pretty, opulent, all that. I just wanted to be her. I was friends with Paris Campbell, Sierra,
Paris Campbell,
Safari, and I was friends with the Campbells. And Mocha, which was the DJ at Al's for a long while. He's a manager there now. I think he probably still spins if they need him to. He's actually my drag dad.
Oh, wow.
Technically, at the end of the day, Mocha is my drag dad. Mocha's really how I got into the gay world. And so I was adopted by the Campbells. So I was actually Victoria Bo Riche Campbell.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yes, I was a Campbell. A few years or so later, Trinity saw something she liked and she said, hey. And so we went that way. I danced for her out of drag. There's pictures of me in hot pink spandex shorts.
Not only are you a child of the legacy of Trinity the Tuck Taylor, but you also have some iconic siblings such as Mariah Taylor and Audrina Taylor, who I also, whenever I first got to Birmingham, I was obsessed with. And I mean, technically, doesn't that make Sam Starr?
Sam is my sister.
Yeah, okay, that's crazy.
Sam is my sister. Jules is my niece.
Yeah.
Because Chantel is her mother and
I was about to
Chantel
say
is my sister.
Got you. And you, shortly after, gave birth to a little drag child yourself. A few, right?
I only have one official daughter.
Okay. I feel like there's been a few.
There have been hopefuls.
Yeah.
But I don't just pass out daughterhood.
What has it like been a part of this incredible legacy? I mean, still to this day, a lot of people, they drop some names. We're not going to name some names, but they drop some names. They move on, but you still to this day, you may have dropped the Bo Riche or Bo Richie.
It's kind of one of those things like what your driver's license says and your social security card is kind of different than what you sign your checks with.
Yeah.
Because, I have 4 names. My government name is 4 names long. It's longer than the alphabet. I don't sign all that. No, you get what you get.
Yeah. You also gained this incredible legacy through several cast positions and among the Birmingham area. Because anyways,
I've made the rounds.
You made the rounds. But you've also snatched a bunch of titles in your past.
I don't know about a bunch, but I have been blessed enough to win a few.
How do you know how many you've won?
I could count them.
No, I don't know. It's not a much.
Pardon our progress. We're working for you. It's probably been 10 at least.
10?
Yeah.
Good God, girl. That's not a lot. A lot. Would you consider yourself a pageant queen, though?
Oh, yeah. I like all that pomp and circumstance.
But you are also the current reigning and I guess forever reigning Ultimate Supreme.
Yeah, unless someone decides to get that back together, so that's 2 forever.
We actually both did that one.
We did.
Which is crazy. And we actually lip sync against each other.
We did.
Do you remember that night?
I do.
That's crazy.
I had that much fireball. I think because you and I, they had us do Beyonce, didn't they?
Yeah.
Alien Superstar.
I came in a lovely third alternate. Is that what it says? Third alternate?
We love that.
Third alternate, because I lost to you, and I would have had it no other way. You know, the one and only.
You didn't lose to me. You would have won had I not been there.
And actually, it didn't even matter because you may have won because I got the Judge's Choice Award.
You were.
Yeah.
You were their favorite.
I was chosen. I kind of want to explain how full circle that moment in that night was because it was genuinely like
make my cry.
It was genuinely a gaggy moment because you were truly like an icon when I was moving up to the area. I for some reason, a lot of people still think I live in Dothan, but I'm from Dothan originally.
I did for the longest.
I remember at Quest.
Like,
you were like, I didn't know you lived up here. I moved to Birmingham right after high school, and I immediately had to see you perform. Like I was like, got to happen.
Oh gosh, now I feel really old.
And this is when Al's do you remember when their age was lowered? I was actually working at Stardom my freshman year of college when I first moved to Birmingham, and they had the drag brunches, the original OG drag brunches. I saw you perform quite a few times working at Stardom, and I was like, yeah.
I do enjoy performing at Stardom.
But that's also another full circle like moment for me because I started seeing you there. I now still work at Stardom. I mean, I quit at the time, but now I'm back at Stardom. And I'm actually a little star. You told me about a
yes.
Because Mariah Taylor was over it then, and you know that being your drag sister, you know you knew a lot of like ties in with that. You later became the show director at the Quest, RIP, where you gave several opportunities to not only myself but to other incredible local drag entertainers and performers, which a lot of people look up and appreciate you for. You gave cast member spots to people like Amber and Gina who were constantly overlooked, and I will always, like as mentioned, put you as that motherly figure for that because, you know, even if you only have one drag daughter, you definitely are looking over of the girls.
I need them to keep going.
Yeah.
I can't do it forever. Someone's got to.
You gotta root them on. All of that sappy shit is over. It's time to make this dumb with a segment I like to call Dumb and Quick.
Oh, that sounds like the men I date.
So you'll have 6 questions with 9 seconds each to answer them. If you cannot answer them within the allotted time, an embarrassing photo will appear of you on the screen.
Well, you don't have to look very far. The internet is a very large place, and I've been in many compromising positions.
And I have a lot of photos saved.
I'm sure you do.
Question number 1, 9 seconds on the clock. Whiskey sour or shot of Fireball?
Oh, shot of Fireball.
Really?
Down.
So you're not like a whiskey girl as a whole, just Fireball?
No, I like whiskey. It's the sour that...
You don't like sour?
Well, it doesn't sit well.
Mm-hmm.
Too much of it, and I'm like... It reminds me of all the times that it's almost killed me. Or has killed me. There's pictures of those too.
I will have those sent to me. Question number 2, favorite local bar? Still operating.
Well, it has to still be operating? Well, I don't really
Actually, you know what? Take me back to the good old days.
Blue Monkey.
Okay. Ooh, I like that name though.
Blue Monkey. It was
kind of sounds like an STI.
Very dimly lit, very swanky, and
swanky.
And in the back, they had the most amazing jazz piano players.
Okay. So she was like a classy bar.
It was a bar.
Question number 3. I kind of already spilled the tea on this one in the dressing room because I thought it was hilarious. But Domino's Pizza.
Oh, I do like Domino's. However, that one store in the downtown area.
Oh, right in the downtown. Yeah, so we're gonna insert this review right.
I said it before, and I'll say it again.
Because I was doing my stalking for said interview, this portion, and I was like, "What?"
I get really opinionated when I say I like pizza. Like it's broad spectrum. Like I'm talking like I like the pizza, cardboard pizza from like lunchrooms, all the way up to like Michelin star pizza that costs like $500 a slice.
So question number 4 is go-to lip sync song.
Probably Talking Body, just if I'm just plucking something out of the ether.
Okay. I mean,
something by Queen Herbie.
I see that for you.
My music, it's insane. Like I told you on the way over here, I was jamming out to 80s hair rock. Like just I love that. I am the 80s, in that moment. But then so it'll go from like an 80s hair group like Kiss, and then next thing it's Mickey, and then it's Stevie, and then
Dua Lipa.
yeah, and then it's City Girls, followed by Adele, and it's
Yeah.
like, wait.
Question number 5. Favorite Drag Race girl? 6, 7, 8.
I don't have just one. What's the picture?
You won't know until it's edited in.
Oh yeah, gay gas.
Question number 6. What is Victoria's Secret?
She's a dude.
I don't know. You complain about? Well, never mind. You complain about the Birmingham man, but it's still Birmingham.
It's gonna be better at.
A man is a man. The man! The man is coming to get me. The man!
Jury's out on that.
Really?
On a man's a man. You can have the biggest, most perfect, and if you don't know what you're doing with it, get out of here.
I guess. Yeah. Anyways, and lastly, where can they follow you? Where can they follow you?
So I have Facebook. Shocker. I have an Instagram.
You got MySpace too?
I don't know how to get into it anymore, but it's still out there somewhere.
Wait, is MySpace still a thing? I didn't know it was still up. I
the
thought they took
internet
it
is
down.
forever. I can't get into it, and it's just because I forgot the password. But I'm sure it's still out there somewhere.
Shit, you forgot a lot of passwords.
Oh, I do, on the regular.
Do you get to...
I make them all the same.
So just Facebook and MySpace and
I have a TikTok. I'm trying to get
email?
better about it.
Your email is...
I have...
Anyways.
Can we just like cut to the little screen where it shows all the little tags? I can give you all the tags.
There we go. Put out a rebrand.
I feel a rebrand in the future.
If you had to change your name, what would it be to?
Alexandria.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's good. It's very androgynous.
That is what my name was when my mother was pregnant with me, when she thought I was a girl before she found out I was a boy.
Ooh, I love that.
And
I love the backstory of the
And when
name
she found
too.
out I was a boy, I was going to be Alexander.
Mm-hmm.
And then her father passed, so I got the name I got. But no, changing my drag name might be Alexandria because I was almost Alexandria.
Thank you so much, Julie, for being here. As mentioned, like I said, I've wanted you forever on the channel, and you know, she doesn't know how to. Well, no, you're not. You're not. Back alley Quest, even though it's still closed, you're still there.
No, not at the Quest. Not back alley.
Too professional. Oh, all right. Anyways, but you know, it finally happened. It occurred. You know, we took forever because we were just chit chatting and remember the good old days.
Quest, R.I.P.
I know. We used to be pussy popping up at 3 o'clock in the morning. The winner takes.
No, there's something like.
The winner takes it all.
No, there's the other one. We could have had it all.
We could have had it all.
I don't know.
Anyways,
I don't know, girl.
Make sure to follow me on all of my socials at The Only Preferred for the next special guest to come on The Preferred Few. See how it's just one?
Yep. You're a smart businesswoman.
I took from you.
You took it from my mom. No, I'm working on it. We'll get there.
Until next time, stay queer, stay preferred, and always stay Fireball.
All the step all changes.
Potter beret. You want to talk about Tenerife? First off, you only went the first time because you were fan. Anyways, family matters.
Pays to play.
It pays to play, but you played and got paid.
It's better to pay than get played.
You're used to that one all too much. Whew. Anyways. Oh my god, I'm crying. Okay.
That's what he said.
My eyes water.
That's what I said.
Okay.